YouTube family. It's a situation going on out here. I just did a video about the bond situation for Hernandez Javon. We know about him losing a lot of cash, his daughter. People are tying it to the young Dolph situation. I don't even know how true that is, but they're saying he got his own educational purpose, seed killed because they wanted get back. And now we got to talk about get back. At no point in time this video could be used for evidence in court or anything like that, because these are hyperboles that are being used by me, DJ Bless One. These are opinions, not fact. These are not even alleged. These are just opinions and conversation we're having. So let's continue. Now we need to look at this because Mr. Javon is going to be let go. Now the thing that you guys need to know is the family of young Dolph agreed that the bond could be set at $90,000. And that's what's, it got a lot of people tripping out. Now, the reason for the low bond is still unknown. However, District Attorney Steve Mulroy, he did tell WREG that young Dolph's family are the ones who agreed to that small amount, and the court is not fighting it neither. Ladies and gentlemen, this is when an eye for an eye allegedly kicks in. This is when everybody can come to agreement without openly saying it. Let's save some taxpayers' money and let's just let the people involved or matter put in the work. This is what I'm getting. And remember, these are hypotheses and hyperboles, but at the end of the day, the significant situation of losing a family member, and this individual only gets a $90,000 bond. You guys got to understand, we got to speak about his charges again so you can look how deeply rooted this kind of made people feel a little bit uneasy. This man was charged with first-degree murder, conspiracy to commit first-degree murder, and attempted murder. Now, the court motion filed for Javon Thursday, was basically stating that the bond lowering was agreed by both prosecutors and Javon's defense attorneys, and was done for Javon's safety and medical reasons, as well as the state more clearly defining the role Javon played in the conspiracy to kill young Dolph. Before we keep reading the rest of that and getting into that part, let's really break it down. Let's just go through the news and skim through it to what they said and how they suspect about this situation.
For the first time, the man accused of calling a hit on young Dolph appeared before a judge this morning. His attorney says he's confident that his client is innocent.
I do. I absolutely do.
And why is that?
Because I think even the district attorney said, I didn't hear this, but I understand it was said on the news that he's not the shooter. He's not a killer.
43-year-old Hernandez Govan was indicted by a grand jury on charges of first-degree murder, attempted first-degree murder, and conspiracy to commit first-degree murder and the death of Adolph Thornton Jr., widely known as Young Dolph. His attorney, William Massey,
Show me why.
Young Dolph was shot and killed while inside Makita's Cookies 1 year ago. While the murder charges are dated for that day, the conspiracy charge against Govan is dated June 1st, 2021. Months before Dolph's murder. Prosecutor Paul Hackerman confirms that is the alleged date they believe the conspiracy took place. G requested Govan's criminal history from the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, which shows a very violent past. The 17-page document dates back to 2001 and reveals Govan's been arrested for various aggravated assaults, reckless endangerment, and drug possession charges.
There's a lot of work that has to go into this.
You basically know they were going to highlight parts of that and go in deeper, man. That situation feels a little bit eerie because you're looking at it as, man, does Dolph get any justice? But you can see it as maybe justice will be given to Dolph once they permit, this release finalized. Unfortunately, and remember, I'm not saying that should happen to Hernandez Govan, because I don't even know if he's the killer or not. I just present you with the actual information being given by the news teams and 12 out here, and information that's already openly in the public. I just do a damn good job at piecing it together without getting anybody indicted. These are opinionated situations here, so I need to know from you guys, do you think this dampens the case or it helps it out? Or is this going to be labeled as street justice in the near future if something supposedly happens to this individual? Because to be let out on $90,000 is kind of brazy. Now, we do remember he was trying to get a new attorney and he got the new attorney. So a lot of things been granted to Jovan. Let's go to that video as well when he got the attorney. Just like the other people involved with Young Dolph's murder, they didn't get that authorization, but this man gets it. Man, the Memphis justice system seems to be corrupted just like everywhere else.
A big shakeup in the legal team representing one of the men charged in the shooting death of Memphis rapper Young Dolph. Prosecutors say Hernandez Govan solicited Dolph's murder. He was back in court today, but without the attorney who's been representing him for the past 5 months. WRG's Dorita Patterson tells us more about the change in counsel.
After Hernandez Govan was arrested last year, the district attorney said he was the one who ordered the hit in the murder of rapper Young Dolph. Months later, the 43-year-old was ordered back to court, in which much was the same. But what has changed is who is standing alongside the accused. Govan has a new lawyer. No longer is attorney William Massey representing him.
Indicated that some sort of conflict had arisen. I don't know the nature of it.
But what is known is who will now defend Govan, an Atlanta attorney, Manny Aurora, who was not present Thursday. Because Mr. Aurora is not licensed in Tennessee, he will be associated with local lawyer Handel Durham Jr., who was in court. Prosecutor Paul Hagerman says Govan's new attorney has already hit the ground running.
He'll have to get up to speed, but he may already be up to speed, and he has all discovery.
Which essentially is the evidence the prosecution plans to use against the defendant. Something else worth noting, you see the red shirt Govan is wearing? It is because he, along with others charged in this very high-profile case, are having to be kept away from the general population in lockup.
And I do know, and we know this from the last court hearing, that all these defendants are housed special. It may just be the fact that he's housed special.
Judge Coffey with final instructions.
And again, make sure you cooperate with your lawyers. Do you have any questions?
No, sir, Your Honor.
Following those final words, Govan was escorted back to lockup. May 11th, Govan has been ordered to return back to court with his new counsel. It said
You gotta remember, they cannot leave them in general populations because the get back for Young Dolph's murder is it's a vital one in that community, bro. I'm just letting y'all know, and nobody's gonna let tables go unturned, bro. Meaning that they're gonna count every step and do every actions that they gotta do, and for every consequences there are reactions. But I'm seeing this as a learning lesson, lessons learned, however you want to call it. Flip a coin and we're gonna say it. But this right here is problematic for many different reasons, because now the get back is going to be in full effect if this man touches the street. But you know, this might be used as a decoy. You never know what conversations was made behind the scenes. I'm just openly being honest, ladies and gentlemen. We don't know if he's being used as a decoy and they're watching. Maybe they didn't even have a conversation with him, but they're watching to see who comes and enact whatever violence, or maybe he did do a deal. This is just alleged situations, and now this is his way of working to get lower sentencing, whatever you want to call it. But this is just what the streets is, man. It tricks you out your life. It tricks you out your situations. Look, I'm DJ Bless One. Thank you for watching another episode of I Smoke Hip Hop Live. Love your family. Love your kids. Definitely, man. Stay blessed. Stay out the way, too. Deuces.